Nikah, look it up.
Shall I give
in
you?
your dictionary,
Watch out,
it
I'm
means
going to
sex.
expose you.
Zawaj means marriage. They have no zawaj, they have nikah. Filthy
What's the
religion.
opposite of the word of nikah?
That's it. I told you.
What's the
Tell
opposite of
me,
the word nikah?
tell me nikah is
I'm
not
giving you
sex.
3
Tell
minutes.
me nikah is
Three
not
minutes.
sex.
Okay,
Tell me
what is the
nikah is not
opposite
sex.
of the
word
Tell
nikah?
me
Are you going to
nikah is
listen?
not sex.
I'll teach him.
First you answer my question, then I'll
What
answer
is the
yours.
I will
If
answer.
you didn't answer my
I
question,
will
I'm
answer.
not answering yours.
Okay, I will answer. Nikah
Does
has got
nikah not
3
mean
meanings.
sex?
Nikah has
Listen
got
to my
3
question.
meanings.
Oh, you're not answering my question.
I'm giving.
Does
I'm
nikah
telling you.
mean sex or not?
Not just sex.
No,
It's got
it
3
does.
meanings.
It does mean sex.
Nikah
That's it.
means
Nikah means sex.
nikah means
That's
reaching
what it means.
puberty
They
is
have
nikah.
They never have sex.
Reaching,
Marriage
listen,
in Arabic.
reaching, wait.
This is their
Reaching
religion.
puberty.
Lies,
Can I
lies,
explain?
lies.
Wait.
Sex,
Reaching,
sex. That's what it
please
is.
let me explain.
Nikah
I'm
is
exposing him.
Nikah is
I'm
what
exposing him.
This is what
Wait. For the
Nikah-
Christians, nikah
sex.
it means sex.
Next,
For them,
nikah, no, look it up. Look up the word nikah
I'll teach him.
in your
Don't worry.
dictionary from
Can you
Arabic
open
to
chapter
English,
4?
and it means
Can you open chapter 4 now?
F-U-C-K in English.
Chapter 4.
That's what it means.
Can you open chapter
It's-
4?
It's
Wait.
a
He
humiliating
doesn't
word.
listen. He
They
doesn't
use
listen.
humiliation
He knows
in
I'm
their
going to
word
expose
for
him.
women all the time.
Okay, now let me teach him. Okay. Wait. Okay, wait.
Humiliation for women.
Wait. Nikah is got 3 meanings. Please, brother, let me explain.
That's what your
Brother,
religion
let me
is.
explain.
Your religion is about your sex.
Brother, let me explain. Let me explain to you. Let me explain. Christians, listen,
That's
you
why
are
it is.
about sex. Your
That's what
parents are
Islam
about
is
sex.
about.
That's why you're born out of wedlock. You're born out of wedlock. That's why you think all about sex.
Is your mother have nikah or not?
Listen, can I explain? Shall I explain?
That's what Jesus teaches you.
Listen, your religion is about sex. That's why you're born without wedlock. You're born without wedlock. You know why you're born without wedlock? Because you cannot get married.
How many husbands do you have?
You can't get married.
How many good friends? Why they are fond of sex?
Okay, shall I explain? Shall I explain, please? Okay, let me explain here. Let me explain. No, I want their camera to explain. No, I'm here.
That's your religion.
You want to listen? You want to learn?
I asked
You
you
want to learn?
Tell me.
I'm telling you,
Tell
you
me,
want to learn?
is nikah means
I'll
sex or not?
teach you Arabic.
Does nikah, yes
Nikah
or no?
means-
yes or no?
Nikah means
Yes or
reaching,
no? Yes
also
or no?
reaching puberty.
Does or does it not
Nikah
mean
means
F-U-C-K?
also reaching
Does or
puberty.
does it not mean
This guy doesn't want to listen. He doesn't want to listen.
Then
I
answer
tell
yes
you
or
to
no.
listen.
Yes or
No, I'm teaching you.
There's no answer.
Nikah has got 3 different meanings.
Yes or no?
One is reaching puberty. One is reaching puberty. One is engagement, and the other one is sex, intercourse. I can give you all in context. Nikah, it means reaching puberty, or intercourse. Also, it means engagement.
Primary meaning.
All I'm
That's the
saying,
primary meaning.
Paul said you cannot talk.
You
You cannot preach. Paul said you cannot preach. Yes. Paul said you cannot preach to men. Yes. Shall I give you the verse?
No, but you're misquoting.
Shall I give you the verse? I'm not
So now you
misquoting.
don't want to talk about
I'm not
it.
misquoting.
No,
I
you
gave him the
wanna talk
answer.
about
He
it.
didn't listen. I gave him the answer. I gave him the answer. I gave him the answers.
One is the engagement.
Shall I teach you
one is
Arabic?
the-
Okay, now I'll teach him
what's the
Arabic now. Okay.
Primary
Okay.
translation.
So let me give
me
him the primary
meaning.
man-
Okay. He
okay.
doesn't want to give me the
Okay.
primary meaning. He
Okay.
just says there are
What's
three
the
meanings.
primary meaning?
Is it
Okay.
not mean nikah
So
means sex
listen,
or no?
in
Just say
English,
no.
in English, there's a word got 3 different meanings, depends on the context. Example, mug is face or a cup or what? Depends on the context. Yes? So the word nikah is got different meaning, depends on the context, same as mug. In English, there's a word, it's got 3 different and many meanings, depends on the context. I give you the word mug. It doesn't have one meaning. So now,
have a right to monogamy.
so now,
You're lying.
so now,
Do Muslim women
do you have right to have
they have
many
a
men?
right to be divorced?
Do you have right to man? Wait. Do you have right? Wait.
You are
Please wait.
You're lying.
Do you have? I just told him. Don't worry. I told him. He doesn't want to listen. I told him. I told him the answers. I replied to him. He doesn't want to listen. I just answered that one. So now I'm asking one question. Amy, do you have? Wait. Amy, do you have freedom? Okay. Do you have? Please, can I answer? Can I talk? Do you have freedom to marry many men at the same time? You tell me. Answer my question.
No.
Thank you. Oh, she accepted. She said Muslims do not have optional to marry polygamy. So does she have? Does she have? No, she said no. So why are you asking me that question? You have no right. You have no right. You have no. Do you have it?
Right.
Do you have it?
Muslim women have a right to monogamy.
Do you have it?
I have. Do you have it?
No, you don't have it.
No, you're lying.
No, tell me. Where it says it's restriction. Show me. No. Show me. Wait. Let her talk.
One wife and each wife her own husband.
Say again.
And they all have authority over each
Where
other.
it says you can only marry one woman.
That's my question.
I'm challenging you. Show me in the Bible where it says you can only marry one woman. Show me in the Bible. Show me in the Bible where it says you can only marry one woman.
Okay. Do Muslims even
Ignore her.
Speak to him.
Ignore her.
He's not answering.
I'm answering.
Do Muslim women have a right to monogamy?
I'm answering her question. I'm answering her question. Show me in the Bible where it says you cannot marry more than one wife. I'm challenging all Christians. Show me where it says it's prohibited to marry more than one wife. Show me in the Bible. Yes, even Solomon. All of them, they had more than one wife. Moses' law, it says the same. Christianity, they have no single verse where it says it's prohibited. It's not allowed to marry more than one wife. I'm challenging Christians to believe the any verse. Nowhere. There is nowhere in the Bible. I'm challenging Christians. Challenge any Christian. Challenge. So, challenge. You are saying a challenge. My challenge is, show me in the Bible, in New Testament, where Jesus said to marry more than one wife is prohibited and is a sin. Show me. Challenge accepted. Show me where it says, I'm challenging any Christian to show me where Jesus said you cannot marry more than one wife. It's illegal and it's a sin. It's prohibited strictly. Nowhere.
He can answer you.
Nowhere it
He can
says.
answer you. He can answer you.
There's nowhere Jesus said if you marry more than one wife, it's illegal.
Come on, challenge me.
Do you have a verse?
Yeah.
Give him the verse.
I challenge you.
Shall we give him? He said he wants to give him the challenge.
I want to do it.
Okay, he wants to do it.
So
then.
easy.
Yeah, easy.
He's running
Yeah,
away, as
I'm not
always.
running. Never. I never
you
run.
ran away before.
I never run. I'm here always.
away before.
I accept the challenge.
You haven't answered my question.
My challenge is what? Show me where it says to marry more than one wife in the Bible. It's illegal. It's a sin. It's adultery. I want exactly word. There's nowhere in the Bible. I will be your slave today.
She can answer you.
Right.
Go on.
No one can answer.
Well, I'm actually asking. Sorry,
What
did
did
I-
Jesus mean by
Yeah.
adultery?
No, let him answer.
Jesus is using the predicates of the Old Testament
Uh-huh.
to refer to what marriage is.
Uh-huh.
So when we say the word adultery, bro, what do we
Yes.
mean by adultery? That's what they're asking. What do we
No,
mean by
I'm
adultery?
not talking about adultery now.
No,
Do not
I am.
divide the topic.
The-
I'm
bro,
talking about where it says
the predicates of
marrying
our
more than
faith
one wife is
are
adultery.
based upon the
I will accept
Bible.
that. Accept the
You
challenge.
can't just make your own
No,
interpretation.
accept the challenge.
You have to interpret the
Do you have
Bible
any verse?
from what the
Look
Bible
now.
says. Now let me read
Do you have a
a verse
verse?
that affirms my position, the fact that
Oh.
you cannot marry more than one.
Okay, marrying more than one wife is illegal. It's a
Well, what about
sinful.
Abraham?
If
Well,
he
what
shows
about
me,
Abraham?
no wait, I want him to show me. Show me, I'm challenging.
Siraaj is
Okay,
scared of
let him
hearing
speak.
me.
Let him
I'm
speak,
allowed to
please.
finish,
Yes,
Siraaj.
please
Why
listen
are
to
you
him.
still talking over me? If you're
Let
not
him speak.
scared,
Please wait. Please wait.
Mother wish
You
I'm going to
speak.
raise my voice and
Okay,
here's
you
what
speak.
our Lord says, the true God,
Okay.
who is not Allah.
Okay.
And he
Say it.
answered and said unto them,
Uh-huh.
have you not read that he which made them and
the beginning made them male and female, and said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they, the man and the woman, shall become one flesh. Now that doesn't give room for other males and other females, because two are becoming one flesh.
I like this verse. Okay, come. Did he show me where it says it's... Wait. Okay, now I'm... Wait. Brother, wait. Brother, can I speak to him? Can I speak to him? Okay, so now I'm challenging. The verse he gave me, that's his. Okay, so now, the verse he gave me, it doesn't say marrying more than one wife. It's illegal. It's a sinful. Okay, now, if I come to that point, Jesus said that verse, yes, in the Bible. Also, it says that in the Old Testament, in Genesis, it says man and wife become one flesh. Who understands better the Bible? Prophets or Christians? Prophets. Okay, if prophets understand better than Christians, prophets, all of them had what? More than one wife. And God said what? Abraham married more than one wife. Do you know what God said in the Bible? God found Abraham as a righteous person. If marrying more than one wife, and that makes you committing adultery, would God say he found Abraham as a righteous person? So he said Abraham, he was a righteous person. So now, no, even Moses, thank you. Watch out. Speak.
Now Moses is a descendant of Abraham. He wasn't around the time of Abraham. So the laws that applied to Abraham were not the same laws that applied to Moses. So when we talk about adultery, when it comes to the Mosaic law, adultery is marrying more than one wife.
There's no evidence. Until now, there's no verse. Okay, now.
Also, Jesus Christ, in that very verse I brought up for you, clearly says that marriage is between a man and a woman. You have not addressed this, Siraaj, because you can't, right?
Yeah, you can talk, I'll let you speak.
One man and one woman coming together as one flesh. Now, if it was in any way possible for Jesus to be thinking, oh, well, maybe other people can marry, why did he not say that marriage was one man, one woman, one man, one woman, one man, one woman becoming one flesh? Why did he not say that? He clearly says marriage was between one man, one woman becoming one flesh.
What does it mean?
And also in Matthew 5, from verse 27, Jesus says, your brothers...
I got another verse.
It was said to those at all, you should not commit adultery. But I say to you that whoever looks at a woman to lust for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart.
That's not about marrying, looking. That's looking.
And you look
context.
at woman with lust.
It's about looking another one for adultery without marriage. This is without marriage.
I want
Okay.
everybody to understand that Siraaj is still begging the question.
Okay.
Using our paradigm of the Bible, you cannot show me where the New Testament says that it's okay to marry more than one wife, because it doesn't claim that. And two, that the apostles, the rightly guided believers of Jesus Christ, followed this principle. For example, Paul in 1 Corinthians 6 says that one of the heresies that takes you directly to hell is adultery. Now, I want to ask Siraaj a question. What is adultery according to the Bible, bro?
So now, he said, no, let me come to that point first. He said Abraham's law was different than Moses' law, yes? In Moses' law, Old Testament, yes, marrying more than one wife is illegal. He said Mosaic law is different. Okay, so now we have, okay, in Mosaic law, here, Exodus chapter 21 verse 10, it says, if you marry another wife, do not neglect the first wife. End of the conversation. Show me now where Jesus said, I have not come to abolish the law of Moses. And he practiced the law of Moses. That's why Jesus...
to fulfill the law.
Listen.
The very third word to use
That's why...
to complete the law.
Let me expose him.
The law in his flesh.
The law of Jesus was the law of Moses. And he practiced the law of Moses. Do you know how I got many proofs? The law of Moses says any children. Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. I'm coming to the point. Moses and Jesus have same law.
Abraham have the law of Moses.
Moses,
Abraham have the law of
no,
Moses.
but Moses.
Oh no, he didn't.
No, in
Okay,
terms of
so at the
polygamy,
time of
same law.
Abraham, they wouldn't
But
know
in
what
terms
adultery
of
was.
in terms of marrying more than one wife, that is the same law.
Look at
Moses' law and Abraham law is the same in terms of polygamy. Because Moses said,
Moses have the law of Abraham.
Moses
No, he
said,
didn't.
if you marry a second wife, do not neglect the first wife. What does that mean? That's
Abraham did not
polygamy.
have the law of Moses. So
So now-
Abraham was alive, it was an adultery.
So now let me come to the point.
If you go to the time
Okay,
of
let me
Solomon,
speak. Let me
Solomon
speak.
himself is chastised for having multiple wives.
Let me speak.
Solomon had 70 wives. And
me speak.
God says to him that is a wrong thing to do, and he's angry with that position.
Let me speak.
So what are you going to do now?
Show
Why is it
me-
that God in 1 Samuel is angry with, in 2 Samuel,
No,
is angry
because
with Solomon?
Sam was worshipping idols.
No, it
The
weren't,
context,
it weren't
I
that.
know, yes.
The context says
In
he's
the
angry for all
Solomon,
he
that
was doing.
chapter, Solomon was worshipping idols and he got destroyed
The
by
context
God.
says, and I want everybody else
He
to go
was
home and read
taken
it, right?
away from the kingdom
context
even.
says he was
The
angry
kingdom
with
was
all
taken.
he was
No, the
doing.
context, he
You
was
don't know what
idol
you're
worshiper.
talking about.
He worshipped idol. In the
begging the
chapter,
question.
so now I'm asking, so now I'm saying, the law of Jesus was the law of Moses. Evidence. The law of Moses says any children who curse their parents should be put to death. The law of Moses. The law of Jesus in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 4, it says, Jesus said, why anyone who curses his parents should be put to death. What law is that? The law of Moses. That's what Jesus said, I have not come to abolish the law of Moses in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 5 verse 17. And also he practiced about adultery. If you commit adultery outside marriage, Jesus believes you should be put to death. John chapter 8 verse 7. Jesus fulfilled, practiced the law of Moses. Show me, I challenge you, any Christian, to show me if you marry more than one wife, it's illegal, it's a sinful.
Can we kind of have a conversation?
God knew Abraham married more than one wife, and God said God found Abraham as a righteous person. Genesis chapter 15 verse 6.
The Old Testament, the Mosaic law.
The case is done.
You can divorce your wife.
The case is done.
Contradiction.
What
If
are you
you
talking
think
about?
that Jesus was not changing the law,
What are
then
you talking
explain why
about?
Jesus says in Matthew 5
Yeah.
that you cannot divorce your wife, and that's adultery. Yet in the Old Testament it says you can divorce your wife. Explain
How
why Jesus
can
went against the laws of the Old Testament.
that's got nothing to do with Jesus.
You claimed that
No.
Jesus came so that Jesus says that I'm not changing the law. That's your claim, right?
No, it's not my claim. According to the Bible, I give you the verse.
The verse doesn't say.
I give you chapter. I'm giving you now. Listen, I'm
the
giving
problem
you.
is, Siraaj, you're not
I'm
reading
giving you.
what it says,
Matthew
right?
chapter
Yeah, I'm gonna read out what it
15,
says.
4 is the law of Moses.
No, that's not-
Did he change? About adultery, stoning the adultery.
Yeah, so this
The
is
Gospel
talking
of
about
John
divorce,
chapter
right?
8 verse 7.
And I'm gonna
It says the same. It's the same. You have to stone the adulteries, the adulterers.
Let him give her a certificate of divorce. So this is an Old Testament custom, buddy. If you want to divorce your wife, you could according to Old Testament.
Can you give the reference? Can
Right,
you give
but
the
what is
reference?
Jesus
What is he saying about?
Anybody wants to listen, they can.
What did you say? Say it.
Oh, no, you weren't listening, so you should have paid
Just
attention.
give reference. Give reference.
Give the reference.
Because the reference
Yeah, the
will
reference
expose
is
you.
Matthew 5,
Uh-huh.
31.
Say it. So say what you
No,
said.
go to it. So you're talking to yourself. I'm talking to this camera here.
Still now, no challenge, no verse, no verse. I'm going now. I'm not repeating same thing again and again. Who's for this? Who's for this? I think it's for the brothers. Oh, take it back.
He said that Jesus was
So now, my challenge to Christian: show me any single verse from the Bible, New Testament, where it says marrying. No, listen. The verse is showing me. It says about you cannot divorce your wife. Look, the verse it says you cannot divorce your
You
wife.
want the reference?
Does it say you
Can
cannot
you read
marry more
it?
than one wife?
You read it.
No.
You read it.
Okay.
From here, Matthew 5. Read
Okay.
these two verses.
The verse, look here. The verse here it says you cannot divorce your wife. Divorcing your wife does not mean you cannot marry more than one wife. If I marry four wives and I don't divorce them, this is not adultery.
No.
That's the context. Exposed.
You're misquoting
Exposed.
scripture.
The
No.
verse it talks about divorcing.
No, because the Bible
If I
says,
marry more than one
the
wife
Bible-
and I don't divorce them, it's not adultery.
No, because
As
the
long as I
Bible
don't
says
divorce
if you
them.
look at another
That's what the
woman with
verse
lust,
says
that's
about that.
adultery. So
That's
if you're
without marriage.
married- No,
That's
if
without
you're
marriage.
married-
No,
if you're
that's
married,
without
no,
marriage.
but you're already looking at
In
them.
Islam, if you look another woman without marriage, it's haram as well,
All
same as
Muslim
this
women want
verse is
polygamy.
saying now.
All women
So
want
now,
monogamy.
Christians, I'm challenging Christians. Christians, I'm challenging to bring any single verse in the Bible, any single verse in the Bible. Christians, I'm challenging to bring.
What happened to the reverb, bro?
No, they distracted me.
No, you
Wait,
distracted yourself.
no, wait. Please.
No, forget it.
Okay.
I'm going to talk. No, I don't care.
Christians,
I don't care. There was a brother.
Christians always challenge Muslims by saying to marry more than one wife is a sin, it's adultery, empty words. No, there's no single verse in the Bible. They showed me where Jesus said if you divorce your wife it's adultery. The verse, it talks about divorcing your wife is adultery. It does not talk about having more than one wife. All prophets of the Bible married more than one wife. The law of Jesus is the law of Moses. That's why Jesus said, I have not come to abolish the law of Moses. And the law of Moses is what? Stoning anyone who commits adultery. That's why Jesus, he said to the Jewish people, let the one who have not sinned stone the woman. First, stone the woman. That law is the law of Moses. Again, the law of Moses says any children who curse their parents should be put to death. And Jesus also said in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 15 verse 4, any children who curse their parents should be put to death. So that's the law of Moses. Jesus did not come to destroy the law of Moses. But according to Christians, they say the law of Moses has got nothing to do with us. But that law has got to do something with Jesus, the one they claim they follow. They believe Jesus is the way and the truth, and the religion of Jesus is Judaism, not Christianity. The law of Jesus is not Christianity, but is Judaism. So therefore, Christians, you have no legs to stand. I challenge any Christian to show me any single verse in the Bible where it says marrying more than one wife is prohibited, it's adultery, it's a sinful, or that causes you to go hellfire. There's nowhere. All the verses they showed me is by looking another woman. If you're married, if you look another woman, which means outside marriage, that's the context. And all the time they lie about Islam by saying sex slavery. There's no sex slavery in heaven. There's no sex slavery. As I said, they got virgin men in their heaven. Not in the Old Testament, but in New Testament they got virgin men. In Old Testament there's no virgin men, there's no virgin women. So according to Christians, they say the only people who promise sex and virgin women in heaven is Muslims. And I'm saying again, the only religion who promise virgin men is Christianity. It's got nothing to do with Old Testament. I challenge. Jesus never said there's no sex in heaven. There's no sex and marriage in heaven. He said at the resurrection there's no marriage. If there's no marriage at the resurrection, it doesn't mean in heaven. The context is not in heaven. He never said that. And also, Christians say Jesus said they will be like angels. What does that mean? Christians do not know until now what does it mean they will be like angels. What does that mean? And in terms of what? Not having sex? Where does it say angels do not have sex? Where does it say angels do not have children? Where does it say angels do not have marriage? Okay, if we say angels do not have marriage, does that mean they don't have sex? We don't know, according to their belief. But in Islam, we cannot judge about the angels. We don't know about the angels. We don't know what genders angels are. We don't know. But Christians, I'm saying, if they say they will be like angels, that means we need the context. What does it mean they will be like angels? If they mean it means they don't have sex like angels, we need reference. Where does it say angels do not have sex at all? Where does it? And then I'm saying in order you to have intercourse, you don't need marriage. It doesn't mean if there's no marriage, it doesn't mean there's no intercourse. And that's the only promised heaven of Christianity in New Testament, not in Old Testament. That means Christians and prophets of Old Testament Judaism have different heaven. Same as they believe we have different heaven than Christianity and Judaism and the people and Jews. So same as Christians, they don't have same heaven as Judaism or the people who practice Judaism, Jewish people. أقول هذا والسلام عليكم وأستغفر الله لي ولكم إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.